Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. I am your host, Mick Manhattan, and I am, of course, joined always by my co-host, Mr. Casey Ryan Plott.
A pleasure as always. Thank you.
I love the Bailey hat, even though I hate the Bailey.
I mean, she's far from this, man. She doesn't do this anymore.
No, not at all. And we haven't had a good wrestling talk in a while. And, ever since she became Karen, she's got a little bit more of an edge to her.
Yeah, with that fancy, number one shaved into the back of her head.
Oh, God, did she really do that? It's been so long. Oh, it's so terrible.
It's awesome.
Of course, this is the Scene Snobs Podcast Live. We are here every Tuesday night starting at 9 p.m. I'm, like I said, Mick and Casey are your hosts. So thank you for joining in. We talk about all things geek, for geeks, by geeks. And we hope you enjoy the show. Please join in the comments. We got some fun topics for us tonight. And if you have any questions, please ask away. Or if you have any topic ideas or anything like that, please jump right in. But Mike Courtney is in there. What's going on over there at the Showboys podcast? Make sure you go check them out. They're pretty awesome. Man, those cookies looked fantabulous. They are, and that is why I am fat. My wife makes them. But she is a sponsor of the show, legit. So I have to. She gives me commercials. She gives me live reads to do. So I'm going to do them.
Smart man.
That's how I pay the bills. So Casey, it's December 1st. Are you already wearing your Christmas sweater?
You know I am.
And I love it. It suits you.
Well, I busted out the moose today. This is a little more classy. Trying to step my game up a little bit.
I like it a lot. It's definitely nice. I'm anxious to see what you put on for every show because I know you have it. I know you have it there. And I got my fancy new New York Giants sweatshirt, and I'm wearing it for the fact that they are in first place.
Yes. Shockingly.
Yeah, with 4 wins, they're in first place.
The NFC East, baby. It's all it takes.
We still try to hang on as much as we can. Get well soon, Dan Jones. But we're here tonight, and I want to open up the show first of all because we got some pretty big news today in the world of movies. Actor Elliot Page has recently come out and identifies as transgender, and you may know him from movies like Juno. Inception, which is one of my favorites, and the new one, Umbrella Academy, which I haven't checked out yet.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes of season 1. It looks fantastic. I just one of those, right. You know how it is. You just kind of fall out of something, or you're into something else, or 14 other things at the time. So yeah.
Well, I heard he's great. I heard the whole show is great, and I really want to check it out. But,
it really is.
I want to just say congratulations. I know that's a hard thing, especially when you work in the industry, to be able to do, but fantastic. And Elliot, congratulations, and we back you up here at the Scene Snobs.
That's fantastic for him, and wish him all the best of luck.
Absolutely.
He's dealt with so much backlash through his career anyway. He's been ripped apart by tabloids and everything else just for trying to live his life.
It's so disgusting too, because it's not like there's anything, even as much backlash as you see today, especially with everything that goes on, any type of activism, as people call it, especially in the industry, an industry that's supposed to be so accepting, but it's
funny how that works.
Yeah, I know, right? And it just never works out that way. That's a great point. But we have some sad news this week as well that I want to kind of bring to the forefront because we are both huge fans of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And Mr. David Prowse, rest in peace. He has passed away. You sent me the photo yesterday. For anybody who doesn't know who David Prowse was, he was Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, the man behind the mask. He was the guy who was actually in the costume, the man in the suit.
And, all the mannerisms, everything of that comes from him. And if you've ever had a chance, and we'll share some stories because I know we both kind of have stories of David Prowse, like even just convention-wise, stuff like that. So, But you sent the photo, and it was basically the main cast all standing together on a street corner, and then somebody did Photoshop to it with where they were all Force ghosts, except for Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford. So many of them in the last 5 years.
Peter Mayhew was 2 years ago. Carrie Fisher was 3 years ago.
It's so crazy. Kenny Baker, I think, was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, Kenny Baker was about 4 or 5 years ago. And then who was the other one? David Prowse. I was thinking Anthony Daniels, but he wasn't in that picture. Yeah.
Brian says, of course, for our last, no congrats and being bold and coming out. It's very important. Stick up for who you are. So I, like to be able to have that confidence and do that. I've been very fortunate as of late in the last few years to become friends with a lot of transgender men and women. And, I've learned their stories, and I've learned it's incredibly hard. I can't even imagine, I've never even had to go anything through that hard or scary. So, I commend anybody who sticks by their identity and puts it out there for the world to see.
Especially after, not being comfortable in your own skin and being told the way you're supposed to live for most of your life. And that's just such an odd thing. How can people be so judgy towards that? Put yourself in those shoes for 5 minutes and just try to imagine not being comfortable with who you've been told you're supposed to be your whole life. What?
To a smaller extent, of course, you and I can both identify with the bullying age and even loving the things that we love, and being told it's not okay, being told you're weird, being told looked at as strange. Again, that's a smaller
microcosm of what they go through, but at least it's a way to say you have an understanding, some relatable characteristic that you can grasp some ideal of what direction they feel.
Exactly. And once you understand that, I think it, living in the world we are now and things becoming better. And I do agree to that. Yes, in a time where things may be bad, I think ultimately a lot more protesting and fighting for those freedoms, it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's coming into the forefront, and I feel that's important on so many levels and so many different things, and this is one of them. And you just have to support. That's your best bet. And,
the idea of, I think, being an ally, something that Killer Mike actually brought up, and another Mike, a lot of Mikes. Big fan of Mike's over here. Killer Mike had brought up the idea of, or the first time I'd heard of it, as that ally, almost like in P-Flag, you're an ally. And it's kind of okay, all right. So kind of slowly getting my mindset to that, into that world, Yeah,
and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to want to support, getting to a better way of life. And, so we just continue to do that, especially here at the Scene Snobs. We're both, Elliot, best of luck to you. Please come on so we can interview you. Just like your movies, I swear.
Judgment-free zone up in this area, unless, you like the Justice League.
I have so many questions about Inception. Just Inception. And it's not even story questions. It's visual effects questions. So that's where my brain goes. But yeah, that's about it. All right. Oh, and Super, that Rainn Wilson movie where he played the sidekick, and it was just amazing.
Great.
But going back and kind of segueing back, Jeff, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Jeff DeWoskin is going to have his show premiere on the Scene Snobs channel tomorrow, Crossing the Stream.
Awesome.
It's going to be live at 9:30 p.m., so everybody go check it out. Very excited, very funny comedian. He joined us for the 8-hour show this past Thanksgiving.
It was fantastic. It was a good time.
Oh, absolutely. And go check out the Jeff DeWoskin show. It's so funny. Funny, but it's also you get really good interviews and conversations with people. So the show.
And he has this wonderful tidbit for us about Peter Mayhew was the third loss.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. Oh, my God. Because as it went on, and even to see him in the cockpit of when it was Force Awakens, I think, when he was sitting in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon again, it was just... it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see. And then he passed shortly after that, and it was just, so many of them are passing, and like we said, you and I, we have stories together and separate of meeting so many Star Wars castmates or cast members and such at conventions and things like that. David Prowse was always had a long line, and people always had Vader stuff for him to sign. So yeah, it's who is somebody that you didn't meet that you would have loved to?
Still Natalie Portman.
Yeah, but I mean,
Always.
who is somebody that you wouldn't like to meet because they were the star in Star Wars, not because you're in love with them?
What? She's Padme Amidala. What are you talking about? She's fantastic for many reasons.
See, that's
better than Hayden Christensen.
I think Hayden Christensen gets more hate than he deserves for that.
Yeah, I know, but it's just easy.
But, all right. But to go back to Natalie Portman, I have a lot of questions for. But I mean, like Leon, the professional, my mind goes to I can watch 700 Star Wars specials and learn through all of these interviews about the movie. But I want to know what Natalie Portman now thinks about her character.
Exactly.
Because she was so young then. What do you think about those now? Those are what my mind goes to.
See if she has any specific scenes or any direction that she took or didn't take. Questions like that. I would love to know how that all played out.
I think, and a movie especially a movie like that, and she's done so much. Heat. Could you imagine? Look at the powerhouses
Black
you
Swan.
started. Oh yeah, but I mean, at that. But for me, to go back to any child actor, I would love to know, going back, you talk to, I don't know, Sean Astin, and you're going back and you're talking about Goonies. A lot of people are just it was so amazing, and you did this and that and the other. It's yes, it was, but I want to know your mentality now to it. What do you, thinking back on it and thinking back on how iconic that movie is. It's stuff like that.
I'd like to know his dietary secrets.
Yeah, tell me about it. I would ask a weird overabundance of toy soldier questions.
Oh yeah,
because I love that movie.
Patrick Stewart, come on.
It's Die Hard in a prep school.
It's great.
I love that movie with Louis Gossett Jr. I love it, and it does not get enough respect. That and The Principal, two Louis Gossett Jr. movies that deserve way more. No. Come on, really? You don't like The Principal?
Did it get enough respect? I mean,
it got enough respect on. It got enough respect on WPIX a lot when I was a kid. They played that movie all the time.
Well, then your heart and WPIX belong together.
I like that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I'll watch The Principal again. It's such a weird action movie with Jim Belushi.
I'll watch K-9 all day.
I know you will. And what's the one he's in with Arnold? Red Heat?
Red Heat, I think.
Is it Red Heat or is it?
Darn it! Here we go. This is just going to end terribly. There's machines in front of us that we're using. That
I know we have the entire. But we're doing a show, so we have to talk while we type. I don't know. And talking and typing for me, it is Red Heat. Okay, it's Red Heat.
Okay.
All right. Because I just remembered the back-to-back with the gun.
Mm-hmm. His huge, crazy, whatever he had. Was that a Desert Eagle or something? It was stupid.
Who knows? It's just something that fit him perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Even the biggest thing out there, just stick him with it, throw him out there, give him a flat top. Yeah, perfect.
Look like Ivan Drago and just be like, hey, this movie did well.
Look how Russian he is.
Yeah, I know.
He talks funny.
But, going back and kind of asking, so that's a good one. I mean,
but from original series, though, if I had to go back, obviously it would be Carrie Fisher. That's the one who's man.
Yeah.
I would love to sit and just talk to Carrie Fisher because I feel like she would just be hilarious.
Oh yeah, 100%. And again, that's another one. I wouldn't go straight to what was Star Wars I would want to know screenwriting tips because and I don't even write screenplays anymore. So I just want to know because I want to know what she thinks.
Oh, I'd have to ask. I'd be like, yo, when was the moment you officially stopped giving a fuck? And what was that like? I would love to know what that freeing moment, because I'm sure she's written about it and I could read it, but when you see him face to face, that's the question I want the answer to.
There's so many you can ask that about too. There's so many. It's just when did you just decide to say fuck it?
Just fuck it. When did your fuck it moment happen? When did you get comfortable and happy in life?
Oh, Jeff, what's going on? Well, Cal, sounds amazing. Your show is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. Brian says he was joining the network. Yes, he is, and we're very excited to have him. Too kind. Listen, you're bringing a great show to it, and I can't wait to watch it, so I can learn things and be entertained, of course. The echo is bad. The echo is bad at your house. Is your echo bad on my end?
I don't know.
You sound
good. A little bit. In my earphones.
I'll move my microphone. Maybe that'll be better.
Did that work better?
I mean,
I can't hear myself now.
You sound fine to me. So
you sound fine to me.
Thanks, buddy. You know who I want to meet from the Star Wars universe? Baby Yoda.
Oh, do you? That sounds like a segue.
Say my name. So I'm ruining it. I don't care. I already ruined it in the title. So anybody who's watching. That's
the best way to spoil it. I'm just going to put this up here on the screen.
I do not care. So we finally got a name for little baby Yoda. And I want to know what you think about it. First of all, the episode was amazing.
No, fantastic episode.
For me, before we get into that, I want to talk about the episode. So it brings back Ahsoka, who was Anakin's apprentice in Clone Wars, and she's been on Rebels before. Yeah, I know I said the name wrong. Go ahead. I can see it in your face. You're turning red. Is it Ahsoka? Okay.
I'm just excited. I'm thinking of
yeah. I want you to talk about it more because I know you're super excited about it. But and I was too. I know her character and she's a badass. And the fact that Rosario Dawson came into play and looked perfect. And this whole movie was a Akira Kurosawa send up the entire time. So I was just super excited for it. And Yojimbo was a big one in it. So that was really cool for me, just the cinematography throughout. But you do get what's her name? Ahsoka finally meeting up with the Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda, and she says his name. So that was pretty cool. I'm going to let you take it from here.
With no words.
Yes, that was really cool, though. But for a puppet and Rosario Dawson to just kind of still give those faces to each other, and it worked. I mean, the story went really well, I think.
Acting.
Facebook users here. Facebook users. Oh, Facebook user, you're the best.
It's always better when we have Facebook user.
I know. I actually feel safer on this show when Facebook user is here. And he does say, or she, we don't know. It's Facebook user.
Facebook user.
You both sound fine to me, and I appreciate that. So, Brian, you can suck it. No, I'm just kidding. Brian, you're the man. For you, knowing how big of a fan of Clone Wars you are, knowing how big of a fan of Rebels you are, what was it like to see her in a live action setting come in?
So Ahsoka had a very interesting storyline, considering anyone who isn't aware, she was in the Clone Wars as Anakin's Padawan, and then at the end of Clone Wars, she walks away. She rolls out. She's like, I'm not cool with you. I'm sensing your fear and your darkness, so I'm out. So then in Rebels, she shows up as working with one of the rebel factions to unite the rest of the rebels. And she actually winds up having to face off with Darth Vader. And that's in the moment when she finds out, oh, this is Anakin. And so it's pretty gnarly, serious moment. We think she's dead. The Mandalorian has just now told us she's not dead. And that's wonderful. That's some of the best news I've ever seen. Very happy about that. And it was played fantastically well by someone who I think they're really trying to push the Ahsoka's a great Jedi, and that there are still Force users out there, but they're not really Jedi. I mean, she's mowing down dudes and smoking a whole town and just killing some people to get to Admiral Thrawn. It's just pretty gnarly. So I love that. I love the showdown. Dude, the showdown between Johnny Ringo, Michael B.
And I said it when I was watching it with my 8-year-old, and I was just like, I'm your Huckleberry. And he's like, what's that? I was like, you'll find out. We're gonna watch that movie next.
Yeah, but it's still too bloody.
That was really cool, and I thought we were gonna get Michael Bihn's character kind of being a runaway, just being like, "Yes, isn't worth it," and nope, you got a very cool showdown with it, and in both ends, because just to have the gunfight aspect and then to have the samurai aspect come from the other side was just so much joy in my heart.
It was the most meta thing you could conceive of to have a Kurosawa scene, which had inspired Western scenes of exact same nature inside of a Star Wars setting.
Oh, yeah.
Produced by Disney. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jon Favreau, come on, let's give him some credit.
That's fantastic. No, he's amazing.
So when you get to, all right, so we get to that, we find out that Baby Yoda's name, which I think the biggest thing on the internet now is, whereas 3 weeks ago we were talking about Baby Yoda's canceled, we're now talking about I'm only calling him Baby Yoda. They're not even going to call him.
Fine. I'm going to call him Grogu. His mama call him Grogu. I'm going to call him Grogu.
I don't see other than being kind of a silly little name.
People probably thought Yoda was a silly little name. Well, it sounds like yogurt. Why would you say that?
Listen, nobody thought Yoda was a silly name. Everybody thought Yoda was a badass. I'm going to stand on this hill and die here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was beat up enough, and I can tell you that is incorrect, sir.
Yeah, but that was assholes. That wasn't. That wasn't real people. I like how Brian.
Thank you, Facebook user.
I'm getting there. Brian is just concerned with this echo. I don't know. Turn down your thing. It sounds fun to me. Facebook user, you're always the best. Because again, we don't know who you are, but we know that you're there, and that makes me feel good.
And you're here.
That's true. So for you, we got a big topic tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I want to put it out there now so anybody who's watching can kind of answer along and go with us. Our main topic for tonight is, what Christmas world or universe would you most like to live in? And, give it some thought, send it out to us, why you chose it and things like that. And we're going to get into that too. I get an echo from Casey only, Facebook user. He turned on you, or she turned on you. Again, we don't know. You sound fine on my end, but who knows anymore? I don't. The Facebook user says Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good one. That's a good one. Give us a why. But we're going to get down to it. Brian says the same, but before we get into that, I actually have to pay the bills, and I have a live read. So bear with me. It's my first one. Your music is fine. Your music sticks with me. You may have seen the commercial before. Kimball's cookies are carefully designed and hand-decorated for every occasion. Make the holidays... I already messed it up. Make the holidays and those events like birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and more even more special with Kimball's cookies. Now accepting orders with designs for Christmas and Hanukkah. Visit Kimball's Cookies on Facebook to order. Okay, so paid the bills. Think we're good. Order your cookies or Santa will not visit your house. Tell your kids that. It's true. Jeff says, when Casey talks, there is an echo. Casey, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to send you a mic.
Apparently.
I'm going to find you a good mic. You know that?
I'm fine with that.
I'm going to do it.
I will not fight you. I mean, how dare you? Don't do that. Reverse psychology.
Because you get to inhabit multiple holidays at the same time. We're going to get into that one. Xmas, Jeff says Elf because it's magical. And Brian says National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Everyone's drunk.
No, but keep in mind, and Facebook user says, or the Krampus will visit. That's true. Yes, if you don't buy Kimball's cookies, the Krampus will visit. You don't get Santa. This is why I love Facebook.
There's your new live read. Facebook
user, I love you. I have to say, I cannot say it enough. So let's get into the main topic a little bit because I want to.
All right.
So a few things are made, and one thing you guys have to remember when you say this is, who are you in this world? right? So like you get the feeling of this world. You're in this, and when I say you're in this world, so like you exist where this is taking place. So if it's like Christmas Vacation, you exist on that block in that world. Are you friends with Clark Griswold? Blah, blah, blah. If you say A Nightmare Before Christmas and you choose the Christmas world, that doesn't necessarily mean you're Jack or Santa. Doesn't mean necessarily you're getting to other holidays. But we can debate that. And I like that.
Well, that sounds like a real downer, Mike. Thanks.
Or Elf. Elf is so huge. You exist in this, but now you exist in New York. Mm-hmm. And if you're a normal person, do you even know Buddy the Elf?
Or are you just in a snow globe?
Well, that's Krampus, and that's just scary. But I want to go with you. I want to know what you think, Case, because we kind of talked about it a little bit, but I'm kind of saving mine because I want to know what you think. I want your reaction, but I want to hear more from you.
So I went back and forth a bit on this. Actually, Nick, try something real quick. Sit back. I wonder, so I think it's bouncing off of your body. So my voice is echoing, bouncing off of your body and hitting the microphone.
Oh, man, more reasons
Science.
I'm super fat. All right,
stop it.
I'm going to do a Mario Lopez thing. Oh, man, we forgot to talk about the new Saved by the Bell.
Well, I don't know if we forgot to talk about it. We could probably go skate right by that.
That's fair.
Okay, so I had brought up Christmas Chronicles just because I want Kurt Russell to live forever, and in that world he would. But that's not really going to make it. I had considered Love Actually because there's hope in that world.
Yeah. And you live within that, so you live within those stories.
There's a Rowan Atkinson angel for someone, maybe everyone.
I do want to bring up Facebook user did say, but the kids from Halloween Town went to the other holidays at the same time to kidnap others. So you know what? I will give that to you. In your world, you can visit the other holidays if you are living in that world. Very cool. That is a good idea.
So then I had considered the Polar Express because that means straight up magic. Like there's magic, everything you could imagine is pretty much real, and it would, make sure that I'm not crazy. It would reinstill the fact that what happened when I was 9 years old happened. I was on the damn Polar Express. I lived that. So
Polar Express.
But that's not the one I actually want to live in because it's all so boring. It's very bland. So I actually I landed on any of the Hallmark movies. Because at the end, even the weird guy always gets a girl. So that would be perfect. I could just keep reliving that every season.
Oh, that's not a bad choice. And it's not even every season. Like you literally go from story to story. And like if you want to live in a world, but that would be all right, okay. I get it. Hey, Brian, I moved my mic, so it should be a lot better now. But if anybody is still having an echo, please let me know. So we got Gerard says also if NBC exists, Rise of the Guardians also exists. I don't know that I'd want to be in that. Brian says, it got better. Oh, good. Okay. And Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, that's such a good one. I didn't even think about that one. Santa does exist in that one. All right.
But see, that's the thing with a lot of these worlds. It's just Santa existing. That's the magic. That's kind of it.
But for me, I don't care about existing in a world where Santa exists. I want Christmas to just be a joyous occasion. But before I get there, and I'm holding off for a reason, because you're going to probably be like, what are you talking about? I want to talk about yours a little bit more. So now let's really break this down. Mm-hmm. You're in a Hallmark movie. Yep. This is the universe you live in. You are now in that universe, but you are not the main guy.
Oh, exactly.
But you're not finding the love, but all you're doing is helping or watching.
My friend, I'd like you to go back and rewatch some of those movies because I promise you, even the background characters find love.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go back and rewatch those movies.
I mean, even the people in the hot dog stand at the ice rink, they find love.
Okay, so in this setting, who are you? Are you the plucky best friend?
Well, more than likely, that's usually what I fall into. Maybe the rude boss.
That'd be fun.
Right.
I couldn't see you being a rude boss though. So, all right. I really like the choice. Okay, I'm moving back. Leave me alone, Brian. Jeez. I keep forgetting because I keep coming forward to talk to you. So, what does Facebook user say? Always want to know what Facebook user says. Or 1997 Jack Frost horror movie. Could you imagine everyone hating snow because of a murder snowman?
Yeah.
And the chance to be friends with what was her name? Elizabeth Shannon at the time, or Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
International poker player, and kills it. So, all right. I like the idea of the Hallmark movie. There's just, and you live in a beautiful,
everything's picturesque. It's always going to be pretty.
So I like the choice, but I don't feel like there's a togetherness to it. You should have went Gilmore Girls if you want that town.
Nah. Because it could also be any city. It could be Montana. It could be wherever. Listen, you never know where it gets sent.
You can say a lot of things, and you could say, oh, yeah, it's all over. But let's face facts. It's the same town in every single one.
That means totally valid.
They just say, oh, yeah, no, we're in this state now. Mm-hmm. It's like Connecticut or Rhode Island. We know this.
Because Connecticut, why not?
And you know it well, at least. So here's mine.
Here we go. I'm stoked.
Christmas with the Cranks. That entire neighborhood gets in on it, and there is a huge party every year. So everybody's together, everybody's friends. They're all about Christmas, and maybe the rest of the year, I don't know what it's like, but I'm thinking 4th of July barbecues, Memorial Day barbecues.
So you just want a place that'll have a huge party.
I want friends. I think is what it comes down to. 2020
so basically 2020, our movie selections reflect on the fact that you want friends and I want a significant other. It sounds about right. That sounds, welcome to 2020.
I just want a fun
as well.
I didn't not get to enjoy my summer, and now I'm not going to get to enjoy my Christmas because it's COVID.
Sure you can.
No.
You can enjoy it, buddy.
Not like Christmas with the Cranks.
Well, you can buy a whole bunch of little garden gnomes, set them up in the yard, and name them. Maybe have some tea parties. They could help you wrap your presents.
I'm going to do it.
Talk to them about your problems, hopes, and dreams.
I will say, so Gerard says, I like Facebook user. We love Facebook user. Mike Courtney says, I would have to agree with Christmas Chronicles just because old Kurt is such a cool Santa. Yes. He really is, and he's going to break out in the song, you know it.
And it's going to be amazing.
Ryan Kesnowski says, I'd say Nashville. So you think it's filmed in Nashville? I'd say the Dolly Parton ones are filmed in Nashville. Because Netflix has really opened up to Dolly Parton making Christmas movies. And listen, they're better than Hallmark.
Well, look, I'll give you the princess switch.
First of all, okay. Well, no, I was talking more about the Dolly Parton ones. Oh, wait, you do like the Princess Switch one.
Yeah.
Gerard says, Christmas with the Cranks. Yes, of course. You're going to get a party there, and it's going to be fun. He goes, I like it. Brian, I'm pretty sure that's you. You've been in your cave too long. You have to get out. He's just talking at the computer. And Mike Courtney says, are we talking legit Xmas movies or the ones that are technically considered Xmas movies? If we are going with the technicalities, I pick Batman Returns. Live in a world where Michael Keaton is Batman. Yes, please.
Actually, Mike, let me just correct you there. This world is the world. Then Michael Keaton is Batman.
Yeah,
so
he always will be.
Straighten that out.
The Hallmark ones are all country stars. Are they?
No, I thought those were Lifetime.
Maybe. I don't know.
I get them all confused.
All right. So, that's a good question. And let me ask you what you think, Kay. So do we in Christmas movies count Die Hard, count Batman Returns, count those other movies that normally would not be considered Christmas movies?
See, and I had contemplated that. And I'd considered if I wanted to live in those places. And Batman, no. I don't want to live in Gotham. I have no desire to ever live in Gotham. It's a horrifying nightmare hell of OSHA violations and just all kinds of terrible things. Who wants to live there? There's acid just on the freaking road. Come on. Place is a nightmare. The freaking everyone breaks out of Arkham. What is it, every week? It's terrible.
And like just has henchmen.
Yeah. Like that's a job. You just wait in line and people come by like, hey, you want to make $400, bud? And then like you probably get shot by the Joker, but whatever, try it. No.
Rest in peace, Bob. We miss you. Oh, you're Mike Courtney's hero now.
Score.
Hashtag hero. I like it. Die Hard is most definitely a Christmas movie. There's an age-old debate about that. Home Improvement, yes. Batman, no. That's a good one. So the Santa Claus movies, Santa exists.
Yeah.
But depending on which one you choose, you either get to live up in the North Pole. It just adds so much more to it.
Because you could choose any Santa Claus movie, but then it's a matter of what are you getting from that Santa Claus movie? Are you just getting that Santa Claus, or are you getting elves? Because if elves exist, then what else could exist? I mean, flying reindeer, are there other magical animals?
Well, I'm going to assume that if you have Santa exist in any movie universe you choose, the whole package comes.
Mm-hmm.
So now what else do you want to live with?
Exactly. Do you want the tiny ones who are like creepy little dudes from Christmas Chronicles?
That really opens up the debate. Oh, Gremlins is also a Christmas movie.
Nobody wants to live in a world where Gremlins are real.
Nope. No. That's too much.
Nope. Because I would fucking get a good mug eye being all like, look at how cool this is. And then, I'd get it wet. First day.
Yeah.
Done.
100%. Like, I'm not interested in living. I don't care. Yeah. No Gremlins. I do not want to live in that universe whatsoever. So then if Die Hard is considered a Christmas movie, then, and I think I know what your answer is going to be, is Lethal Weapon considered a Christmas movie?
Absolutely. If you can find it in your heart to believe that it's a Christmas movie, then that's the real miracle, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it has just as much to do with Christmas, if not more, than Die Hard does.
More?
Die Hard.
The impetus is a Christmas party.
It is a Christmas party, but
nothing's more Christmas than the impetus of a Christmas party when divorced parents are trying to get back together.
But yeah, true. But right there, I'm telling you, that's why you got to go with Christmas with the Cranks. It's a better party. Yeah, there's one burglar, but you don't have to do anything.
Well, in that scenario, I'm going 4 Christmases. Are you kidding me?
No way.
Dude, I'm going to go hang out with Meathead Jon Favreau.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Oh, bright light. Poor Mogwai. LW is a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. We got another vote.
Absolutely.
And Mike Courtney says, here's a random hot take for you guys. Gizmo was the OG Baby Yoda. Fight me.
Yeah, he just lost all his hair.
Who's going to fight you on that? It's true. They look just
it's the same
alike.
doll and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. They dyed it green. Yeah, I mean, of course. Everybody loved Gizmo back in the day. I remember everybody had that doll.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was jealous of everybody.
I remember a girl was mad at me in high school, and I got a Gizmo Furby because she loved Gizmo, and I taught it to say, I'm sorry. Hey, you got to get the apology in there somewhere.
Why I'm sorry?
Because she was mad at me. I did something. I don't remember what it was. Again, Casey makes an argument.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Casey's smart. He knows what he's talking about.
Whoa.
I heard a new...
I didn't call you any names yet.
Thanks. Brian brings up a good point. They are making a new Gremlins movie. They're making a new everything, though.
Man.
We can kind of pivot into this a little bit. We'll still talk about the Christmas movies. Everybody bring them up. It'll be great. But I want to pivot into this, if you will, for a few.
Sure.
New Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie.
Mm-hmm.
New Mighty Ducks TV show.
That's terrible.
All right, we'll come back to that one.
Wait. If it's going to be on the CW, it might be great.
No. I don't think I'll ever watch a CW show again now that Supernatural's gone, but that's just me.
Really?
Yeah, I think I just have to retire it.
Yeah.
I'm too old to understand, man. I'm too old to understand.
Dude,
Supernatural, at least, like, I was the same age when they started, and they evolved into the old age.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was like, because I was the same age as Sam in real life, and on the show, like they were the same age. So by the time you get to the end, you're like, yeah, I get it. I was like, yeah, I understand. You guys are just kind of annoyed. This whole thing is just like you just want to chill and have a beer. But you know,
I tried to watch Riverdale, and I realized I'm too old for it. It's almost awkward now. I feel like the awkward guy at a school dance who's the chaperone, and it's just like, yeah, it's just too old to be there, dude. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't go to that party. When Luke Perry is the dad in it, you're just kind of like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no.
I'm like, Luke Perry was like the sexy guy.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. And have you seen the new DuckTales and the travesty of Darkwing? Well, first of all.
Here we go. Ding, ding.
Oh, Gerard, I know you're on the show tomorrow, but these are fighting words. I might even send him the link now and just be like, here's your prelim before tomorrow's show. So everybody, just so you know, Behind the Box tomorrow night's live 7:30 p.m. Gerard's joining us to talk cult martial arts movies. But anyway,
awesome.
Yeah, but you can come on if you want.
Awesome.
It's just me and Len. So DuckTales has been great. Everything they've done, every decision they've made about it has been phenomenal. Even down to Launchpad having to fight Steelbeak, and when they were stuck in a prison, the rescue rangers, with no words, nothing was said, just show up and release them and then fly away. And it was perfectly done. It was just kind of like with a little nod from Launchpad, like, thanks. It was perfect. Everything they're doing with Darkwing Duck makes sense. It's perfect for today's world, especially with all the Batmans and everything else going on. And I've loved every minute of it. So yeah, don't call it a travesty of Darkwing Duck episode. I believe you mean the 2 Darkwing Duck, well, 3 technically, because he did help him at the end of the second season. The 3 Darkwing Duck episodes, he has been fantastic, and I love it. So it can break your heart. I don't mean for it to break your heart, but it's fantastic. Go back and rewatch them.
Do you feel better? Did you get that off your chest?
I did, and I can't argue with Gerard too much because he has some good ideas.
Oh, he's very smart.
Not good ideas, but good taste on a lot of stuff. But that Darkwing I can't accept. Darkwing was just very cool. I love the homage they paid to the original, and I love what they're doing with this. And they're bringing the show to Disney Plus, so I'm excited.
Oh, nice, good. I'll be able to catch up on it.
And they are bringing a Tailspin, and they are bringing they're going to bring back basically the whole Disney afternoon.
Gets us all back into this remake thing, huh?
Yeah, you know what? Disney's really killing it. Brian says, will the goalie on heroin be in the Mighty Ducks show? He's actually clean right now.
Yeah.
They showed like he went to prison, went to jail for something. I'm guessing drug possession, and then he got clean, and he's actually doing a lot better. So good for him.
Goldberg, man, big save, Goldberg.
Gerard, anger level is rising. So I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. We'll just bring it up tomorrow. It is great, and you are wrong, sir. And this is my favorite superhero of all time. So that's me saying that.
He's bold.
But so, yeah. So with the remakes, they are I don't mind them so much remaking cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cartoons, as much as I love them, are dated. And
but
like,
so are the movies.
I can go back. I don't know what it is, but like I can go back and rewatch like the Mighty Ducks, and the message is still there, and I think it still holds up in a lot of ways. I'm not saying everything holds up, but I think a lot of it does hold up. But then, remaking it into a TV show, but the remake is going to have Gordon Bombay, so it's going to be a whole new team,
right?
And even like so I guess they're just reboots, really. Because even like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is going to have Rick Moranis come back. So what do you think about that?
They're just rebooting, updating. I'm fine with it. If they want to slap a new skin on it so they can sell some more, fine, whatever. If it gets more people to watch and appreciate the originals, I'm all about that. Yeah,
and especially DuckTales did that. I think DuckTales, have you seen it? I don't even know if we asked.
DuckTales, yes. I haven't seen Darkwing Duck.
So for me, like, Well, no, Darkwing Duck has just been on DuckTales so far.
Okay. So I've only seen season 1 of DuckTales.
Yeah, keep going. I think you really like it.
Okay.
Because they introduced Gizmo Duck in a big way in the second season, where he's now like a recurring character.
That's what I want to get up to. You told me about that. And
it's really well done. They do this whole Dark Knight send up to Darkwing Duck and why it is the way it is. So I really enjoyed it. But for me, DuckTales is helping you to appreciate the original. By doing a lot of stuff and making these choices, So I mean, that works for me because now like my kids do go back and rewatch the originals. And like even what they're doing with Darkwing Duck, like Darkwing Duck that we know was a TV show in the new DuckTales universe. And they make reference to a lot of the old episodes and stuff like that. So I thought they did a really good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
Brian says Peanuts is better definition, do it. Better in definition, do it. Peanuts like Snoopy?
Yeah. Charles Schultz.
Oh, is that your Christmas world?
That would be interesting to live there.
Yeah, I guess if you're not Charlie Brown, it's fine, but then you're just kind of a follower of bullies.
If you're Snoopy, that'd be pretty rad.
Yeah, I mean that's about the only thing that would be rad though.
Or the Red Baron. He was cool too.
Yeah, he was cool. But you never got to see him, so we'd just be off screen all the time.
I'm pretty sure you saw him once in one of the specials.
Maybe. That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to take you to it and believe you because I don't remember at all.
Could have also been on a lot of drugs. I mean, there's no...
Listen, dude.
I've lived a lot when I was a young man.
Get off the drugs when you're younger. I don't know. I meant the Peanut remake. Yeah, I mean, they didn't. Did they remake it, or was it just like another story? I think Peanuts has always been kind of a.
It's just perpetual.
Yeah, it always fits in with everything else.
Except that little red-haired girl.
Yeah, she does not fit in. And then Gerard says, so I heard an argument for the cancellation of the James Bond franchise because Daniel Craig is a complete James Bond. No, don't cancel it. No, keep it going. It's like Godzilla.
Look, we powered through Lazenby. We made it through Dalton, who was fine.
Well, in fairness, Lazenby was only one movie.
Yeah,
Dalton was
like hard movie.
Yeah,
Dalton was 2, and that's not even Dalton's fault.
I will say this, and a lot of people will disagree with me, but then I want to hear them. I want to hear what they have to say. It's controversial. Tip. I need an overlay for that one. Controversiality.
We got to do some of those, man. I'll do a whole bunch. Record all kinds of bits.
I'm in. Let's do it. Controversiality. So then just bring it in. Segway.
Controversiality.
It's Ryu, just like with a Segway bomb.
Segway.
So for me, going into something like what were we talking about?
James Bond.
James Bond. I'm going to make a controversial statement and say there are more bad James Bond movies than good.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that was kind of easy.
I like one of them. Thunderball. It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll watch the bad ones too, but there are more bad ones. Like, if you want to cancel James Bond, cancel it because it has some bad ones.
Should have canceled it at Moonraker.
Yeah, that was legit. That was a bad one.
But then we got GoldenEye in the Pierce Brosnan era, and that was great.
Yeah, GoldenEye was great. Maybe Tomorrow Never Dies.
I'm definitely a Tomorrow Never Dies guy.
The
Die
World
Another Day was awful. That last one was miserable.
Yeah, that was The World Is Not Enough.
3 out of 4. The World Is Not Enough is okay. I mean, Denise Richards is a scientist the same way Mark Wahlberg was a scientist.
What was her name? Dr. January or something like that?
January's calendar?
I don't know. But I do think that like Godzilla, James Bond is something that should always go on. You should always just replace. And I don't think it needs to be explained. People get too much explained to them. Like, oh, well, can we just say that all of them were James Bond and now? No, just reboot it every time. Who cares?
Just have a new adventure. Just keep on rolling.
Continue with it. The Doctor does it. Why not? Stop messing around. But there are a lot of other spy agents to do. So do them too.
I mean, I'm down to have Jack Ryan everything.
And he does say that, yeah. Jack Ryan, Mitch Rapp, etc. Fine, do them all. I like all the Jack Ryans too, even the bad one with Chris Pine, because I like Chris Pine. I thought Chris Pine.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Pine was fine in that. That was just a weak movie.
They just went a little too crazy with the January calendar was a great joke you missed. Oh yeah. Oh, I missed that. You said that. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I know.
Ooh, I got a great Christmas world we need to live in. Doctor Who.
Nah, because all right, now that opens you up to all of the worlds.
I know.
Four worlds. And now imagine Earth and how many times Daleks or Cybermen attack and the Doctor doesn't get there just quite fast enough. And who are you in that? Are you the collateral damage now? I prefer Christmas to the Cranks, where I'm at a party drinking eggnog with Tim Allen.
But you can still be blown up. Because if my world exists and your world exists, so our extra fantasy worlds, yeah. I mean, you just be drunk and then explode.
I just feel like my Christmas needs less action and fantasy. Not as in movies. I'll watch the movies. But I mean, mine personally, I mean, we're living a sci-fi movie right now.
Yeah, we're in Contagion Christmas.
No. And it's so like, yeah, I mean, I just, I feel like, I could do just Christmas and having Christmas parties and fun times with people. Hang out with Dan Aykroyd. He's my mayor,
Yeah, that's great. Who would love that?
And Santa exists in that one. He's played by the umbrella salesman in that movie.
Yep.
So we still get Santa Claus, and he's sort of a mystery, but he's nice. Mm-hmm. He's a nice children.
Well, in Christmas Chronicles, he's nice. He's just, aggressive.
He's very aggressive. He is 100% aggressive. That's a great term for Kurt Russell's Santa Claus. It's just aggressive. But that's a great term for Kurt Russell in general. Even if you watch like Overboard, he's just kind of an aggressive dude.
Well, that's another one. I want to know when he quit giving a fuck. Felt like it was much earlier than most.
I think so. I think, well, here's the thing. He was a kid. He's
right.
And he was not just a kid actor. He was a star.
He's a Disney kid star. Yeah.
He did so much. So I feel like for him, he got to a point where it's just like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And when like The Thing and stuff like that didn't do well, he was just kind of like, whatever. I think the perfect testament to Kurt Russell not giving a fuck is Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
Reading that script, there's no reason you should say, hey, this is going to do really well. He read that and he was just like, I get to work with John, who's my friend. And
buddy John. Dean Cundy was on that, right?
Oh, yeah. And, I get to work with my friends who I enjoy.
And do something outrageous.
And have fun.
Maybe kiss Kim Cattrall.
There's no way you weren't going to have fun on that movie.
Yeah.
There's no way it was not going to be a fun shoot. And that's the key. Grinch That Stole Christmas, too much snow.
I'd be okay with it, but I'd be fat. I'd be the guy who'd be like all sugar high, all cracked out, like Christmas, everybody. I'd be like a shaky dog.
That's fair. Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie.
Hands down.
Yeah, all right. I'll accept that. I mean, if we're accepting Die Hard and Lethal Weapon and stuff, yeah, it works. I would not want to live in that world.
If Facebook user believes it, it's a Christmas movie.
Facebook user, I do feel like lives in Tim Burton's mind. That's in a good way, in all of the best ways. Facebook user lives in Tim Burton.
It's somehow it's actually part of the town. Facebook user is part of the town from Big Fish.
Oh yeah, that's a whole population of Facebook users. If I was gonna describe Facebook user to anybody, it's the pleasant people of a town like that. You know what? When we get towards summer, I want to talk about towns that you want to live in that have awesome summers. And I know exactly which one I'm saying, but I'm not going to say it now. I'm going to save that one for when we get there.
What a tease.
Yeah, not really. I will never remember this. So if you remember this, you have to tell me. You get beautiful shrubbery year-round. That's true. That is true. He does.
And who doesn't love a good shrubbery?
But if you're Anthony Michael Hall, it's not great.
Valid.
But yeah, if you're everybody else, it's a fun time. So I think there's been some pretty solid answers tonight. I've been really enjoying like what everybody has for us. And I want to continue this. So like we talked about the world, the universe. Another one that I would have chosen was Christmas Vacation. Because again,
someone had previously mentioned Christmas Vacation, but that's just another one where there's not a whole lot of magic, but once again, everyone's drunk. If you already got Christmas with the Cranks, you kind of hammered it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm sticking with
the only difference is the time setting. Would you have rather done it in the 80s? No, Christmas with the Cranks was good right where it was. Because you still had that feeling of community and connectedness, because everybody came after them for like, you're not going to be celebrating Christmas. What is this about? Like they were still into it. And I feel like that's not going to go away, because even the kids were like, I'm into this. Right.
I love it. I don't know that I would put up that snowman every year, but I'd hire somebody to do it. That's just me. All right. So I like this. We're going to come up with another good one for next week. Let's try and stick to a Christmas theme of what we enjoy, worlds that we enjoy of, and certain things.
I thought you were going to say like things about Christmas. I was going to say sweaters.
Well, yes, you do enjoy a sweater.
Yeah.
And you look good in them. You pull them off, so it works.
Stop it. Keep going.
I appreciate everybody watching and listening tonight, and anybody who listens to this forward, please message us, comment, go on to the Scene Snobs and tell us what world you'd want to live in. We want to hear about it afterwards. In fact, I might even put up a poll.
Yeah, anything you think about afterwards, anything you want to throw in there.
And add to it. Keep adding.
Please.
I think that'd be great. Because if I can't do a poll on the main page, I'll do it in the Scene Snobs group. So please feel free to join the Facebook group. Put up content there and stuff too. So Casey, before we sign off, how was your Thanksgiving? And was it late and annoying?
Mine was fantastic. Pretty low key.
With me, man.
I stayed home, and then I was over at a buddy's house watching their cats. So I got to eat my hungry man turkey dinner with a couple cats, which was pretty cool.
Very nice.
They were very sweet. And then came back home and spent 8 hours in this position, hanging with you, my man, and it was awesome. That was pretty rad. That was a great time.
It took me a few days to recover.
Gerard was on there. That was fantastic.
Yep. We had a really good time. Lenny hung out for the longest time. Marcus was there for a while. Chris joined in for a while. So many fun people joined in the comments. And just like tonight, you guys have been amazing.
Jeff
was fantastic.
Popped in.
Brian,
that was great.
Brian hung for 6 hours.
Brian was there forever.
Brian did not want to leave, and I'm okay with that, Brian. Thank you for joining in.
It was amazing. Oh no, it was great. And then I listened to the sports show the next day. I was like, I want to listen to more. Brian was a blast, man.
It was a fun time. They're doing a good job over there, and having a good time with it. Even though I had to scold Brian tonight, I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna leave that in the edit, because all I did was like, "Hey, Brian, you can't say that," and he was just like, "I just got scolded."
Calm down.
I'm off screen at that point. I'm just like, scolded. Didn't say anything. So I'm going to leave it in and let everybody else be the judge. So if you're not watching the Sports Snobs, it is live broadcast on 9 a.m. every Thursday, but the podcast and of course the video are up afterwards. You can watch it anytime. We have so much. We're going to be back tomorrow. Oh
yeah, man. 4:00.
Let me announce this. Yeah, 4:00 Eastern. 3 p.m. Central, I think, because that's where the summit is coming out of. We are part of the Indie Pods United Summit, virtual summit. Very happy to be invited into doing that. It's been fantastic watching and learning from everybody and stuff like that. And Casey and I are going to be on tomorrow. We have a short version of our show. We're kind of talking about doing podcasting. We've both been doing it for almost a decade. I mean, probably a decade at this point. So just kind of give our know-how, kind of what running the network is all about, and stuff like that. So please feel free to join on. I will share everything, where we are and stuff like that. And then tomorrow night, I will be back on Behind the Box with Len. Gerard's joining us to talk martial arts movies. Who knows if Casey drops by? I'm not going to make you because you do too much already.
I might. You never know. I might be comments guy.
So yeah, you could be. You never know. I would love it. Mike, yes, we will be at the IPU doing that. It's gonna be fun. And Beyond the Box, and then tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Jeff DeWoskin, Crossing the Streams, his new show is going to premiere, and he's a part of the Scene Snobs channel now. It's going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait to see the show and what he does with it. I know it's going to be funny. It's going to be great. And then, of course, Scene Snobs 9 a.m. on Thursday. Rob Paints the Movie 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, and the Guapo show. Yeah, he's gonna have. I heard what it was, and it's gonna be really cool. You should check it out. And if you guess it, you get to pick the next week. So, and that goes for anybody in the comments, please. So 9 p.m. Thursday night, the Guapo show premieres. It's very fun. A lot of guests, especially if you're really into boxing. Hervé Estrada, Paul Behnke, who is a former WBC champion. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Tony Scobie is Kurt Scobie is on there, and boxing trainer Lou Valenzuela is going to be on the show. So much fun! It's going to be a great time. It's the first show, so make sure you're checking that out. And of course, the Mutant pregame show on Friday. We will be here live 6 p.m. and join us for that. That's all I'm going to give you. Go to thescenesnobs.com. We have all the stuff there. So, Casey, have anything you want to
add? Just stay beautiful and wonderful and be good to each other.
Casey's is so much better than mine. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Make sure, like I said, go check out thescenesnobs.com and all our shows there. And we'll see you tomorrow at the summit. Have a good night, everybody.
Laters.
Laters. I like that.